In this video, we will explain the concept of rolling onions about 1 to 3 weeks prior to lifting or pulling in order to reduce bacterial bulb rot. Cornell research has shown that when onions that were dying standing up were rolled, that bacterial bulb rot was reduced by 35 to 57%. In this Cornell field study, where the onions were artificially inoculated with Pantoia agglomerans and Pantoia odonata, the onions that were not rolled and left to die standing up had 14% bulb rot, while the onions that were rolled had only 6% bulb rot, 57% less. Onions dying standing up. This is a slang term that refers to when the onion foliage does not have enough weight to lodge properly because it has been ravished by, for example, onion thrips feeding, Stemphylium leaf blight, downy mildew, or iris yellow spot virus. Normally, when the onion foliage is healthy, it has enough weight to fall over when the neck tissue softens. In this New York survey of naturally infected commercial onion fields, in side-by-side comparisons, the onions that lodged properly had 9% bulb rot, while the onions that died standing up had 16% bulb rot, almost twice as much. To understand this a bit better, we will review some key aspects about how onions become infected with bulb rotting bacteria. The bacteria live in the soil. They usually infect the onion plant in the leaf axil or neck region when soil is splash dispersed onto the foliage, which is favored by free moisture. Onion plants are most susceptible to infection from bulb rotting bacteria when they are standing upright, have soft necks, and green leaves. When an onion plant is putting on new leaves, the neck region is fairly tight and more resistant to entry from bacteria. But once the onion plant stops putting on new leaves and the neck softens, bacteria can enter much more easily. Once infected, the bacterial disease will spread from the leaves through the neck and into the bulb. Note that the bacteria need green tissue, which contains moisture, to spread through the plant. A dry neck is impassable. For these reasons, an upright onion plant with a soft neck and green neck leaves is more susceptible to bacterial infections, whether the plant is dying, standing up, or not. A properly lodged onion plant, or one that has been rolled, has the neck area protected from splash dispersed bacteria, reducing the risk of new infections. An onion roller can easily be made out of empty plastic 50-gallon drums for about $1,000. It is essential that the process of rolling onions be gentle, ensuring that the foliage and necks are not injured, as this could create entry points for bacterial disease. A metal roller, for example, would be too heavy and could damage the necks. Onions that are on track to die standing up are likely to benefit the most from rolling. But many growers roll their healthy onions too, especially if there is a risk of splashing rain. We know that rolling onions will protect the crop from new bacterial infections. And since rolling onions is relatively cheap and easy, it ends up being a light enough of a lift for the potential of great benefits. Finally, a cheap, easy, and effective way to stop the rot.